So I'm Colombian, and I'm in an interracial relationship, thank you. My wife is white, and usually when I say this, the Hispanics in the audience, they start booing me. They start calling me a sellout. And there's this new one now where they're calling me an Uncle Tomas, which seems a little bit much, I think, you know. Listen, don't get me wrong, I love mi gente, you know, I love my people. You know? But I also love me credit score, so lo siento, you know. You know, my wife will tease me from time to time because I grew up around 5 Hispanic women, right? And she'll say things like, you know, I like that you grew up around so many ladies because I feel like you have a lot of patience. But I really like that you're not like that typical macho Hispanic guy. And I'm like, what the fuck? She's like, well, you came home the other night and you weren't expecting there to be like dinner cooked on the table and the apartment to be spotless. And I was like, yeah, but it'd be nice if you did do that from time to time. Right? I feel like when my wife started dating me, she thought that I was the type of Hispanic guy that knows how to fix like hole in drywall. But really, I'm the Hispanic guy you see walking around West 4th Street with like a python around my neck. Crazy, man, crazy. My wife and I just got back from Europe. That was a good time. The first stop was Barcelona. If you've never been, I highly recommend it. Very beautiful city, very beautiful city. It was nice to be around a bunch of Spanish people that for once weren't blasting Bad Bunny out of a Honda Civic at 2 a.m. You know? They got different Spanish people out there. My brother-in-law lives in Amsterdam, so we hopped over there for a bit. And he was really excited to show us the red light district. He's like, I want to take you to go watch a sex show. I have no problem watching a sex show with my wife. I really don't. I just don't know how I feel about watching a sex show with my wife and her brother. You know? Even though at the moment sibling porn is my favorite thing to watch, I just don't want it to be my wife and my brother-in-law, you know? And they're both redheads too, so that might be a little too hot for me, honestly. I don't know. I feel like I feel like the homeless in the city have become a little hoity-toity in the last few years, you know? Like a little snobby. I walked out of a restaurant the other night and I offered this guy my leftovers. He just looks up at me, he goes, you got any juice? I'm like, what? I mean, I can go get you some. He goes, nah, man. I meant the phone charger. I need some juice for my iPad. I gotta finish season 4 of Succession. What the hell? I walked away from that feeling pretty lousy because there's someone out there splitting an HBO Max login with a homeless guy in this city. And I need that more than he does, unfortunately. You know, really crazy stuff, man, crazy. I'm from New York, born and raised in Queens. Appreciate that. But I will say, though, I do think that the social etiquette in this city is completely faded, honestly, you know? Everyone is so rude. No one has any manners. What I've been doing, though, is I've been holding the door open for people. Specifically, the emergency exit door down at the subway next to the turnstile. Right? I'm like an MTA border coyote. I'm like, hey, muchachos, vámonos, ándale. You know? I'm just letting everyone in. Eric Adams style, right? But see, I'm providing a service, you know? Especially for like that little Hispanic lady that's pushing the cart with all the fruits and the snacks, right? Hey, Patricia, go, it's open, go. Let me just get this churro before you go, though, you know? I feel like that's the only time a New Yorker will ever look you in the eye and thank you. It's when you're committing a crime together, right? Jesus, man. Clap it up here if you've ever jumped the turnstile at the subway. Let me hear. White privilege. Jesus. See, I never did. I was always too afraid. I was always too scared to do that. And I blame my dad for that. When I was young, my dad used to make me watch this show on HBO. Do you guys remember this show called Oz? It was a prison show, right? My dad would force me to watch the prison shower scenes. He'd be like, "Do you see that? That's gonna happen to you if you get caught jumping the turnstile at the subway. You're gonna get raped." Holy shit. That's quite the picture to paint for a little 12-year-old boy, Dad, you know? That's why whenever I see like a kid jump the turnstile nowadays, I get like PTSD. Like my butthole clenches up. You know? Yeah, I have to like make sure that when I'm paying, I'm looking at the security camera like, I'm paying, you see? I'm trying to go to Roosevelt Island, not Rikers. Thank you very much, everyone. I appreciate y'all very much. Thank you.